Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Will Cinematics video. Today I'm reviewing Cinderella from 1997, also known as Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, and this one is Cinderella that stars the popular singer Brandy. The movie starts off with Whitney Houston singing a song titled Impossible. When I tell you this cast is stacked, it is really stacked. Not only that, but it is the most diverse adaptation of Cinderella I've seen. Anyways, back to the plot. We see Bernadette Peters playing the stepmother walking through a marketplace with her daughters, and Cinderella played by Brandy. I love the colors in this movie. The new live-action Disney movies could learn a lot from this movie because they're always so dark and I never really got that, but this movie is definitely very bright and colorful. So Cinderella starts singing a song called The Sweetest Sounds. I love the music in this movie. Brandy is great, and the music has a lot of late 90s influence, especially in like the bass line, and it just sounds very good. Then the prince joins the song. He's played by Paolo Montalban. Yet again, more diversity. I don't know why big companies find it so difficult because it's not that hard to diversify something, as you can see here. Back to the plot. Then they start singing together and it's so good, and her packages get run over and he helps her pick them up. In one of the best lines, the prince says a woman should be treated like a princess, and Brandy says no, with respect and kindness like a human being, which I thought was really a great line. I just love that line because it contradicts a lot of these Disney movies messages. They sing again and then they part ways. This movie reminds me a lot of The Wiz. They take a story that's usually very white and adds all this great black influence. Anyways, back to the plot. So we see the prince return to the castle with his mother, Whoopi Goldberg, and father, Victor Garber. As the story goes, they plan a ball for all the eligible women. This transitions into a song, The Prince is Giving a Ball. If you didn't know, Rodgers and Hammerstein did both music for this and The Sound of Music. When the song ends, we see Cinderella and her family return to their house. Bernadette Peters is great in her role as a stepmother. Then Cinderella starts singing a song called In My Own Little Corner. After that, we transition to the prince and he agrees to go to the ball. Then we cut back to Cinderella's house. There, the stepmother sings a song, Falling in Love with Love, and basically says love is dumb, and then they head to the ball. As the story goes, Cinderella gets sad and her fairy godmother, Whitney Houston, shows up. This fairy godmother is very hands-off, and I really like that message about doing it yourself. Then Whitney sings Impossible again. The song actually features the really popular TikTok sound where it's impossible, impossible, back and forth like that, which is actually from this song from this movie. Whitney magics her a carriage and dress and she heads to the ball. As one can imagine, the ball is very boring until Cinderella arrives. Cinderella and the prince dance together and sing the song 10 minutes ago. While the prince and Cinderella fall in love, the stepsisters sing a lament about not being chosen. Cinderella runs off when questioned about her parents because the queen and king are wondering who her parents are, and she doesn't really have a response because she doesn't want to share. She's some common maid. I love how Cinderella wears her hair unstraightened and in braids and other black textures. Too often in mainstream media, black women must straighten their hair, and that's why I love Cinderella's hair in this. And not only that, but her attitude. She's not playing this stereotypical sassy black woman, but she's also not falling into the very feminine stereotype when it comes to princesses. She's very her own person and very unique, and I love that. Then they sing a song, Do I Love You Because You're Beautiful, which explores the idea of them actually being in love or just liking each other for their looks, which is also a very interesting idea. Then they kiss and the clock strikes 12, and as you know, Cinderella has to leave, so she returns home. When the stepmother gets home, they sing A Lovely Night, a song about her love for the prince and her family being suspicious of her because she knows too much about the ballroom. The stepmother freaks out at the end of the song and sends him all to bed. We cut to the prince the next day and see his obsession with Cinderella, wanting to find her. He tries the shoes on a bunch of maidens, he finds Cinderella and tries the shoe. It fits, they kiss, and get married. Whitney sings It's Impossible one more time as they get married, and that's how it ends. I have to say, this by far is one of the best live-action adaptations of Cinderella I've seen. It's a hard three-way tie with this, Cinderella with Drew Barrymore, and the Disney live-action. As I was saying, I love the diversity, and this movie definitely pushes messages across that most don't. If you haven't seen it, please watch it, and now it's on Disney+, so definitely please watch it. Here's my rating. 9 out of 10 for main character because I love her uniqueness and her ability to stand out from the other Cinderellas I've seen. Supporting characters, I said 7.5 out of 10 because they're good, but they're not great, and they're more for comedic value. Then love interest, I said 7 out of 10 because I have to say the prince, even though he has more personality in this, he's still pretty boring. I've never seen a Cinderella adaptation that nails the prince, except for maybe the Drew Barrymore one, but that's a big maybe. Songs, 8 out of 10, because they're just amazing. Ending, 5 out of 10. Villain, I said 6 out of 10, because she's really that much of a villain. Acting, I said 8 out of 10, because she's, just all the acting in this is amazing. And score, I said 7 out of 10. I wasn't paying too much attention to the score, but it was still good, and it definitely drove along the plot. Thank you for watching, and as always, remember to like and subscribe.